jump in. Either you're right or mine. We just gotta get into something.
Hey, sweeties, it's your girl Candy, and you're watching Sweet Addictions TV. Yes, honey. And y'all all know Cousin Patches.
Smooches.
Child, now I had to have Cousin Patches in on this rant because Paula Deen was her girl, honey. Because Paula Deen used as damn near as much butter as she used. So
I loved her. I was gonna challenge her. I did challenge her, talking about please look me up that Thanksgiving. I love her with all much respect. I did. I loved her. I looked at her like she was, like Patti LaBelle and them or somebody of the kitchen. Even though I knew it took a mammy to teach her how to cook all the meals.
As y'all know, she's been fired from the Food Network. Basically, she was getting sued by one of her workers for, using racial slurs in her restaurant. She treated her white employees like they were superior to the black employees.
This is all in the same week.
She stayed using, the racial slurs. Then this crazy heifer, I would have never, you in enough trouble. Why would you admit to wanting to have a plantation themed wedding? She wanted
I was no good when I heard that.
She wanted the black men to be dressed up as slaves, serving the white people, and then she wanted some of them in the, the howdy doody type thing, dancing a jig.
Yeah, basically with the lips painted on and the nigga in the noose hanging in the back.
That's what they
swinging over the wedding cake.
They should have had a nigga pinata.
Yeah,
That's
not right.
I'm like, what the hell, Paula Deen?
But you said something to me earlier that even really tripped me out when you said, why would you even tell if he was guilty on that? And she's honest. They said, have you ever used the N-word?
Yes, of course. Like, what type of dumbass question is that? I'm like, Paula, what the hell?
I just haven't used it lately.
Oh my goodness.
In a while.
More people are coming out to talk about how, I guess, she treated them. I need to come out. Shit. Give me some money.
When she said she ain't called nobody a nigga in a while, I'm like, what is your wow?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
2 days ago.
Yeah, when you fired a nigga, or was it 2-3 weeks ago when somebody cut you off in traffic? That niggas.
It's crazy. So
I'm disappointed.
basically, she's lost her thing with the Food Network, which is her major thing, but she still has the kitchenware and the furniture. Why does Paula Deen have furniture? But anyway, the furniture line and all that. So I don't know how that's going to go, or if her other sponsors are going to start dropping her. But she did 2 apology videos. One apology video was like very up close, and she looked weird as shit. Almost kind of like she was holding back a laugh towards the end. So they erased that.
Laughter line.
So they erased that one. Then they get one with her further back.
Should I call them wetbacks or spicks? Yeah. I was like, who says them things?
But they also found something, I think, from last year or the year before, where she was talking about how her great-great-granddaddy couldn't deal with slaves being freed, and that it kind of, messed him up.
It drove him crazy. Yeah,
because the slaves are freed. And then she tried to say, well, I mean, I have a young man who's as black as that board back there. Come on up. Why the man stood up? Why she gonna say, we can't see you standing up against that black board?
Won't you smile so they can see your pearly white?
I'm like,
that nigga in the back, that's my nigga right there. I don't really like that. He's my nigga. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that's what she was trying to do. Be like, that's my nigga.
I'm like, Paula, crazy as shit. But, what do y'all think about that?
I'm outraged.
And
my feelings are hurt.
Do you think she should have been fired from the Food Network?
I sure the fuck do.
Well, wait.
Because
who
you
I gotta call you out on something. Wait. Hold on. Now you are the same one when that white 911 dispatcher was calling niggas stupid and monkeys and animals and dumb fucks. You said she should have been able to keep her job because she should say whatever the fuck she wants to. So now why does Paula Deen should lose her job?
Because I feel like we're the one that sponsor her the most. If you even look at it statistically, it's more of us color people that's overweight than it is. I hate to say it. Now, whether y'all say I'm not right about it or whatever, but they say there's less white fat people and like all the Asians, they thin. You know what I'm saying? You know, all the Asians are thin, but most of us, we weigh in, you know, with sugar and all that because we eat. So we're supporting you. Just thinking about it makes me hungry. We are supporting you. It's us that's supporting you. And if we're the ones that's really supporting you because we eating your food, because honey, our show was trying to get on the boat when you was across the bridge in Indiana. So I don't even gamble, but I was going on a boat so I can go on there and eat your food because Paula Deen has a restaurant over at Little Caesars.
There was people saying they was about to go take trips to a restaurant, but there's a lot of black people saying, I'm not going to it now. And
yeah. Why would you do it? It's like, we the one that's helped you. And it was probably a black lady who taught you how to fry that chicken and fix that cornbread. Because you know, you was probably making green bean casserole and quiche. And then here it is, your mammy then came and gave you hot water cornbread. You know, neck bones and sauerkraut. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure all them little, you know, sweet potato pie. You went from pumpkin pie to sweet potato pie. You ain't know who it was. It was, you know, it was your black mammy. I hate to say it that, but apparently your granddaddy was upset when y'all had to free the black people. So you probably did have a mammy that taught you how to fix all that. So why talk to us like that? You should have a little bit more love. I don't know. Didn't you watch The Help?
But yeah, so so your opinion is she should have got fired.
No, she can have freedom of speech.
She should have got fired.
She can have freedom of speech
because you know,
but you don't need to talk to nobody the way she talked to them people about that. She offended a lot of people by how she talked to her staff and treated them that way. You can be freedom of speech. You can be at home, you know, calling everybody out the N words and you know Mexicans or whatever you want to call them. Chinese.
But freedom of speech is not. You can speak freely in your home. Freedom of speech is everywhere. But what people got to realize is, there's freedom of speech, but there's still consequences.
And that's the consequences. You know. I wouldn't do it either because, you know, the president's black. What you look like? You was getting ready to cater Michelle's last dinner. And
I think she did, though. She did. She was in there, I believe. And they was like, she's probably not going to get invited to certain stuff like that again. And so basically, she's just on her interview. I mean, her apology
was
not
like, sincere.
I'm so sorry. All my sponsors, I'm sorry. Like, she did say, I know I've offended a lot of people, but she mentioned sponsors.
She was reading out the cue card, like you said. She was reading out the cue card.
So y'all tell us what y'all think about this Paula Deen, and do y'all think that she should be getting the backlash she's getting? Because on The View, Whoopi and there was she was a guest host. And she's basically saying, well, I don't see what the big deal is. If one person can't use it, then nobody should be able to use it. Basically saying, like, you know, black people shouldn't use it either. And
but I'm not selling you pie either and fried chicken. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to talk about me and then sell me some food to eat. I'm not going to do it. So, Paula Deen, you might want to watch out what kind of pies you might get. You know what I'm saying? You do not want that. You know, hey, if you didn't mean it that way, no harm done. Because I know you wasn't talking to me personally. But, you know what I'm saying? No harm done. But I just don't like what you just did. And I think I'm going to fall back from you for a while until you realize that we're more than just The Help.
She ain't going to realize it.
Oh, well.
Bitch, she wanted to throw a wedding with slaves feeding the white people. Then she said, but I didn't do it because I thought I would catch a little flack. Bitch! A little flack?
She did her thing.
And I want to know what black people was going to degrade themselves enough to be the slaves and the yes masters. And the motherfucking...
With them lips painted on.
Y'all, let us know what y'all think about this situation, because I'm like, wow, just like certain shit you didn't have to admit. Like, only admit to the shit. Yeah, there's people suing you for something. Like, admit to that. You should have never brought up the wedding. Like, that's just that just solidified you as bitch. You tried it.
You know, that's what made me, because at first I was trying to be understanding, but when I heard that part of the story, all the understanding went out the window, because I love you, Paula Bean. I said Paula Bean.
Paula Bean. Bean pie.
Bean pie.
That's what she wants you dressed up as, bitch. So, y'all tell us what y'all think about the situation, honey. It's just a whole hot mess to me. Let us know how you feel. If a nigga is a nigga is a nigga is a nigga, do y'all think she should be able to say it since black folks say nigga? What y'all think about that whole argument, you know, and what y'all think about the wedding. And if she should have been fired. Let us know, child. As always, thanks for watching. And tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a mother-sucking friend, baby, to subscribe. And follow your girl on Twitter. Yes, honey. And make sure to Facebook friend me and follow me on Instagram. And make sure to check out Life with Cousin Patches here on YouTube and subscribe to her channel as well. Yes, indeed.
Right.
All right, babies. We out. Peace.
You know I'm not gonna fix no white only pie now.
Bitch.